We probably locked eyes for maybe 3 seconds, and that was enough for me to just be completely scared out of my mind.
You put bait out too?
We have similar reports in Russia.
I must have watched it for about, a minute and a half.
A large something.
I couldn't explain what it was.
And that's when I saw the face peek out from behind the tree at me.
But ancient Native Americans have been recounting sightings for centuries. Sightings of creatures all the creek.
They ran into this people that they call the creek devil.
Since the late 1950s, local and national newspapers have recounted eyewitness reports of 8-foot-tall, hairy, man-like creatures roaming the mountains of Humboldt County in Northern California.
Crystal waters flow. No reason to consider company might show. But destiny would find you where you walked across the sand to leave a world divided. Did Roger film a Bigfoot or man? Where are you now, Patty?
Well, welcome, folks. It's that time once again for the Friday evening Bigfoot Radio. And now for the Bigfoot research team from across the country. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight?
Everybody's doing tonight, I don't know. I'm sitting here sweating to death right next to this damn sun. It's just barely going over the stupid trailer awning. Anybody out there has any reports or weird things go a bump in the middle of the night or anything else, that goes on in this world, and give us a call and talk about your experiences at 667-770-1476. And the participant code is 759314#. Again, the phone number here is 667-770-1476, and the participant code is 759314#. So, what's going on? Oh, by the way, before I get started in asking questions, I watched, a friend of mine, I guess she's another model. She's what you call a tattoo model. Really good friend. She's like me. She's got ADHD, all that other stuff. And she went out with some people, I guess, doing some paranormal activity or something like that. I saw her, I think it was a video she either did on Facebook or YouTube or something. I wasn't really paying that much of attention. Trying to think of her name. The last name she goes by is Angel. Candy Angel, that's it. Candy Angel. I got to get my brain here to think a few times. She's a tattoo model, tattoo artist type model. She's done a lot of tattoo magazines also. And don't get me wrong, she's a very beautiful person. She's a total knockout. I'm not going to lie about that. But we're friends, that's about all it is just friendship, and that's it. But we know each other because we have the same thing going on, with the ADHD thing. So anyhow, what's going on in you, Anthony and Chris?
Go ahead, Anthony, start off. Anthony.
He fell asleep.
Did we lose him?
He fell asleep again.
Is he sleeping already?
No, I hit the mute button, damn it.
Jesus.
You talk about me.
That broke my record, Anthony.
Hey, Johnny can tell you I was worse than this in the past. Trust me. Yeah. But, I mean, I did go out. but I went just to go hiking. I didn't find, I saw some of the places that I've been to that I had sent you pictures of. Those formations still there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing's changed or added or taken away. They're still there. But I got a friend that wants to go hiking. We might hit another area. I'm probably going to hike in an area that we both haven't been to, so we're looking forward to that. So, but along the lines of, your musical introduction, one of the things that I had did was, like, one of the things I love doing is looking at, like, history of Bigfoot.
Right.
And I found, so I'm specifically looking at places in, because in California and Connecticut and Texas, because that's where the team is located. And, but there was they talk about the wild, not man, but the wild men in California. And that was reported in the Titusville, Pennsylvania Morning Herald on November 10th in 1870. And it talked about, men, not just one, but more than one, creature in that particular area, So, and then I found one in, actually I found more than one, but in Connecticut, they called it, they said it was like searching for the wild man. And this was in 1890. It was, they said, well, first, there were like two articles, Chris. One was in the New York Times on August 30th, 1891. Okay? It says that the wild man may be a gorilla. Okay? And it said, like, passengers on it says passengers on the Hall stage from Colebrook. That's not far from you, right? Colebrook?
Right, yeah, next door.
Yeah. They said they saw an animal cross the highway, leap a fence, and then stand on its legs. And then as the stage drew near, the animal ran into the woods. The passengers say it was a large gorilla. It was supposed to be the animal that was here before, which was reported as a wild man. Okay, and it was seen in the same locality as, where it's supposed to have frequent. And they, now this is the crazy part. It says the gorilla probably escaped from some circus years ago. Okay, during the last, it said that the winter before that there was a gorilla that inhabited the woods of South Norfolk. Okay, but
Norfolk is that's where I spent 12 years. That's where I wrote my book in Norfolk. Yeah.
Yeah.
That same town.
Here's the thing. All right. Now, going over this article right here, let me ask you guys something. We've all seen gorillas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Has anybody seen a gorilla jump?
No.
That's what I'm saying. They put it in paper. Okay? It says, I'll read it again. It said it crossed the highway and leaped over a fence and stood on its hind legs.
Yeah, it ain't.
So,
a gorilla's not going to do that.
I mean, gorilla's so strong that it probably pull the fence down so it could walk across.
Right. I know. I know. If you see a gorilla in the zoo, and they are maybe 10 times stronger than a human being, but a gorilla going to just hop over a fence? I don't think so. If that was the case, they would have did that in a zoo a long time ago. Yeah.
But, but again, this is what was reported in the New York Times that, and it took place in, up in that area. So, if Colebrook is close to you, but this says, it says here it was Winstead, Connecticut. Is that far from you, Chris?
No, it's near, right next door. Winstead and Norfolk and Colebrook. That's in the northwest corner of Connecticut, and that's where I was 2 weeks ago when I was Bigfooting, and that's where I am. That's the place I've lived since basically in 2008 when I first had my first encounter up in the mountain. And, I mean, and my last time I was just there 2 weeks ago.
And one of the tore up his tent.
Yeah, the bear took my tent apart. But one of the times I was going down the mountain to get to the logging road, the old logging road that was I was still able to go up on my SUV. As I'm going down, there was a Bigfoot going up the mountain, and I described it like 2 to 3 size. It's funny though that you're saying like 2 or 3 times the size of a big gorilla. I mean, it was just, but I only had like 3 seconds of it. It was just black as black, and it stopped. And it stopped in this area that had some type of cover, and there really wasn't anything in the trees or anything. But I just saw it just going up the opposite direction, and that's when I came down to my car, and there were these huge trees underneath my tires. They blocked me from leaving, and they put a big X on my hood, and then they put a V-shaped thing on the logging road so I couldn't back out and leave. They were keeping me there. And this is the same area, but the funny thing is the description of a gorilla, but I normally don't ever say that about them, but that one time, he was just so massive, thick. He was just thick. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, listen, it was just like thick as a freezer. Imagine a freezer going up like a thickness of something that thick, going up the mountain, and I only could get 3 seconds of it before he stopped, and was felt comfortable that he wouldn't have to go up any farther because I couldn't track him. But I only got a few seconds. But then I went down to get more supplies out of my car, and this was the next day. I had to go back down the mountain, and. Norfolk always had that famous story back then in the 1800s, man. And I get this bullshit from these people that I post on my YouTube channel and stuff about Connecticut. You're full of crap. Connecticut would never have nothing like this. You got to go out to Oregon, or you got to go out to California, or the Rocky Mountains. No, man, you don't.
You can go wherever you have wilderness, you have.
Yes, exactly, Stephen.
That's like
all these expert know-it-alls.
That's like Florida, where Candy Angel lives at. Okay, she doesn't have Bigfoots there. She have what they call skunk apes that live there, and these things go anywhere between 4 to 5 feet tall. Their shoulders are white as hell, and they look like a strange-looking ape down there walking around the forest like little hairy people.
Wow.
But they're a Bigfoot. The only difference between our Bigfoots over here and the Bigfoots in Florida, the Bigfoots in Florida have 3 toes. The Bigfoots over here have 5 toes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, check it out, guys. I'll share one more, actually just 2 more. And I was purposely looking for articles from Texas because Snake Man is out that way. And I know we read a lot. We call it Bigfoot. We're not, when we say Bigfoot or Sasquatch, we usually don't give it a gender unless, like the Patterson Gimlin film where you blow it up and you realize, oh, this thing got hairy breasts, so we think it's a woman. But most of the times we kind of put like a masculine gender on the creature. But I was surprised, okay, that in the Gettysburg, Pennsylvania paper, it's called the Star and Banner, all right? This is March 23rd, 1849, and they report a wild woman, not a wild man, a wild woman, okay, roaming Texas, okay, Victoria, Texas, okay? It was from it was a reprint from the Victoria Advocate. That was the name of the paper. Okay, and it says there that citizens of the county of Jackson, Jackson County over there in Texas. They report a wild woman. I mean, it's unbelievable, you know. And then in Houston, the Houston Telegraph, unbelievably, this was February 12th, 1850. They report another wild woman. Okay, from the Houston Telegraph. That's the name of the paper back then. All right, a wild woman of the Navidad, I guess, you know. And so I'm just kind of blown away, you know, because a lot of times, you know, we read a lot of reports from wild man of the woods and stuff like that. But, you know, I didn't realize, you know, here it is over, you know, almost 200 years ago, you know, they reported wild women too, you know, they carry women out there, you know. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys and share the fact of where I found it and stuff like that. You know, it was also in the Ohio paper. It's called the Daily Sanduskin. Okay, from Ohio.
Yeah.
Yep. They also reported the wild woman of Texas.
Excuse me, excuse me one thing out here before you guys do anything. Someone made a comment in the YouTube. You know, you get these people come in. Dude, if you can't behave in here, why don't you go home, jump in bed with your mommy, and she'll take care of you right away. We don't need your bullshit here. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for taking care of that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, you know, those were the few articles that I had found, you know, that I wanted to share with you guys, you know. You know,
that's great.
I can read the articles, but, like, you know, I got to do it slowly because, like, you know, 200 years ago, although they wrote English, you know, they definitely talk different, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's fantastic. And it's amazing that you picked these articles where I researched and been accountable with. I can't tell you how many times I'm running into Bigfoot in the northwest corner of Connecticut, and you picked the exact spots. And there's so many people, you know. Some believe, and there's many that just say I'm a bullshitter, and it's not true. They don't live in this area, and they do. They do. Massachusetts, Vermont, Maine. I mean, in New York, Pennsylvania. You picked. You know, and you know, some are beginning to learn that they're everywhere, and some just can't accept that.
All right. Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting because I found 5 articles recently, and again, these are old articles, not that they're new. These are old articles. These are ones that I happened to stumble upon. 3 of them are in the northwest part of Connecticut: Winsted, Cold Brook, and East Granby. Did I say it right?
Yeah, East Granby, South Norfolk. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
that's where I had like that.
And then there was 2 in the southwest. One was in Stamford, and one was in East Norwalk.
Norfolk.
So, Norwalk. In the
Norwalk. Norwalk is down on the coast.
Yeah, Norwalk's down there somewhere. Well, we got a Norwalk in California too.
Yeah. So the one in you know, there was like a few articles, but one of them was in the Current from Hartford, Connecticut, saying that there was a wild man. You know, he appears to Smith and scares his bulldog, and this was a Winsted citizen. Okay.
Now let's keep that wild man stuff down. Now we don't want Snake Man, you know, getting involved. We got to keep him nice in the clear, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting because, like, all right. So on a few days later, August 26th. In 1895, they had a manhunt for this wild man, you know. So, you know, they put that in the paper.
Yeah, Yep, the Winston Wildman. Yeah, it's true. Yep.
Yeah, you know, you read most of these old articles. Even the I think it's the what is it?
Sorry.
The Army Corps. Yeah, we know your phone's got this little beeping thing going on. It's in love with you, Anthony. Anyhow, they got this a thing. I think it's in the Army Corps of Engineers, which is the United States Army. And in the center of the book, it says that, you know, this creature actually does exist. So, I mean, if it didn't exist, why the heck would the Army Corps of Engineers say it does exist if it didn't? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, the interesting thing is that in August 30th of that same year, 1895, okay, they put in the paper that the creature had been prowling around for 3 years. They found it hard to shoot and harder to capture. Okay. They had, and then like a few days later, September 2nd, okay. They said they called it. They're calling it a gorilla. They said the gorilla rushed from his cave and put the hunters to an ungraceful flight. Okay, and this was in Winston, meaning that
Wait a minute. That buzzing missed what you were saying, and if I didn't hear, the viewers or listeners didn't hear. I'm sorry.
I could have swore you said the Bigfoot or creature put the hunters in a flight, which means, I guess, throwing them or something. I don't know.
No, not flight. No. The flight is like an old-fashioned term to say, not, you know, like today when we say taking a flight, you know, we're flying on a plane. But back then they meant running fast.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
So a lot of you know the old boy, like even you know, like if you read the Three Musketeers, you know, you'll see that word flight, meaning that, you know, sent them running.
Yeah,
you know?
if the three Musketeers saw something like that, they'd more than likely be looking at each other like they were all crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. So very interesting.
Now, supposedly they had shot at it. Okay. Supposedly they had shot the beast. Okay. So, you know, but you know they obviously body, because otherwise it would have, you know, somehow been preserved and stuff like that. But you know they got to a point where they had shot at it, but you know, it later reports that they had fled in terror, and you know, who knows what was in that cave that sent them running.
All right. Guess who just showed up?
Who's that?
Snake Man.
Hey.
Either that or it's Julie, because right next to a number it says Julie McGotha. Who the hell is McGotha?
That's my wife.
Okay, Mr. McGotha.
You're funny there, buddy.
Hey,
Hello, gorgeous.
Dang it, Steve. I told you not to call me gorgeous on the show.
I wasn't talking to you, you boob.
All right, how's it going, Snake Man? Are you back from Texas?
He was older.
Currently, we're getting ready to leave Texas tomorrow.
I came and got it.
Oh.
Wow.
I thought she already picked you up and took you back. What's the delay?
Nope.
No, I'm here. I picked him up today.
Oh, so you're still in Texas then?
Yeah, in Paris.
You know what they say about Texas?
What they say.
Only two things come from Texas.
There's only two type of people you have there.
Hey, listen here, buddy.
You have steers, and I ain't gonna say the other word. I gotta keep it clean.
Yeah, and you don't want to make any listeners mad that might be.
I don't care. It's not my problem. If they want to live that life, that's on them, not me.
Hey, we know the
That'd be my pop. Might as well.
We know the truth.
We know that. Yeah, like Bruce said, we know the truth.
Yeah. I don't know who he's talking about, but yep.
You guys are.
Hey, I'm on the way home, so I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Well, anyhow, back to Bigfoot.
And we have picked up two people that are enjoying the shows, and they look forward to the shows.
Well, sorry I wasn't on last week. I was trying to, get some rest and take my 35% food grade hydrogen peroxide, what they call hydrogen therapy, to get rid of my what. And, it's working.
How is that going?
It's working. It's almost gone. It's working. I knew this stuff would work. It works better than going through frickin' chemo.
Now, the question I got for you, Steve, in your video, you said it tastes nasty. Isn't there something like a flavoring you can put to it to give it a better flavor?
Well, according to some of the health nutritionists, you can add lemon juice to it. You can add Kool-Aid to it, I guess, but you still have to use distilled water. And it's like, I could add something to it to give it a better flavor, but I think it works better if I just take it straight or take it chilled.
Oh, you can also add a little bit of apple juice to it.
Yeah.
Hey, Franklin, what part of Texas are you in right now?
Do what?
What part of Texas are you in right now?
Lamar County.
Lamar County. How far are you from Cherokee, Texas?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Is it off, honey?
He's in Paris, Texas, believe it or not.
Well, no, because I was going to tell you of another article. Before you got off thinking, I was telling you how I found articles of a wild woman in Texas. Not a wild man, but a wild woman. There's two articles.
Wild woman?
Just up your alley, Snake Man. A wild woman, just what you need.
Hey, I thought we for that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the third article that I saw was from Cherokee, Texas, and this was from the Fort Worth, Texas Gazette in October 2nd, 1895. And they said...
I know where Fort Worth is.
Well, this
Fort
was the
Worth it's about an hour and 50 minutes north.
You said
northeast?
Okay, this was the Fort Worth paper, the Gazette. Okay, it reported about a gorilla that was seen on October 2nd, 1895 in Cherokee, Texas.
Right.
Okay. So it was it says a strange creature discovered near Comanche. So.
Okay. Fort Worth, Texas is maybe an hour and 15 minutes northeast of Paris, where I'm at.
Okay.
It's over by the cattle yards.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm familiar with it. I'll have to look into it.
Now, this next article is kind of weird, but I mean, we've heard of some things like this before. It was from the Daily Herald in Biloxi, Mississippi. Okay, but it talked about a young lady out of Marble Falls, Texas, was carried off by a bear man. Okay, and
I've been to Marble Falls, Texas.
Yeah. So this young lady was very fortunate. She said she was carried off by a bear man and was able to return home and she was unhurt, and she talked about it. So, and they said that the Kickapoo Indians of that area believed in a great bear man, that says that rules all the bears of the mountains. So, so this was May 19th, 1901. So, yeah, that's just like another description of the big hairy mans of the woods. Just sharing that with you guys.
Yeah, it's no wonder she didn't come home pregnant.
No. Maybe he pulled out.
I wonder if the creature in that story might have been looking for a mate.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's possible. You remember T.E. who had a lady on his show that she said that, you remember, I forgot her name, but she said that when she was in the tent, that it came in the tent with her and they was trying to get busy with her. You remember that guest a while back, Giant?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot her name.
Yeah, I remember that. The Bigfoot was trying to get a little freaky with it. I guess that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, he was trying to talk her in the tent,
And see, I don't doubt if these things are misbreeders or whatever the hell you call them, because there's a lot of history with these Bigfoots that go back in history. I mean, come on, man. They have one up in Russia where supposedly some guys mated with a female Bigfoot up there, and you have this human being that's, I think he's almost 8 foot tall, lives somewhere in Russia where my friend, what's his name? Igor, I forgot his last name, that lives. And this guy has almost got the face of a Neanderthal, but they all look like that in Russia. But you know what?
I wonder if...
Who I'd like to have on the show eventually if she ever decides to come on is my friend Candy Angel. Because I watched a video of hers where she was out in the field, I guess with a friend or a guy or something like that. They were doing some paranormal research. And as I'm watching it, I don't know if she was doing this for fun or whether she was just totally freaking out. But I think she was totally freaking out because she said if anything came out of the woods, she's going to pick up a club and club him over the head with it. And I'm like, wow, this is somebody I'd definitely love to have on a Bigfoot expedition. A woman that actually knows how to take care of herself. What the hell? Oh, it's Santa Claus farting down the
Hey, Steve, guess who called me today and wanted to know if we were doing a show tonight?
Richie?
Nope.
Okay.
My cousin Darren.
Oh, okay. How's he doing?
He's doing good. He wanted to know if you were doing a show tonight or not.
Well, I'm on, aren't I?
I know that, but yeah, I got to send him a thing for it so he can check it out.
Yeah. So anyhow, back to Anthony and Chris's story about Bigfoot.
Well, I have more articles, but I don't want to continue on,
You got new articles, but you don't want to egg me on? What?
I don't want to hog up the time because let me tell you, man, I got pages and pages of stuff.
Yeah, well, take up the room. Who cares? We could have Snake Man come here as comic relief.
Snake Man funny. That
show the. Hey, all I got to do is show the pictures of Steve in the tutu.
That's okay. It doesn't bother me. I just put Snake Man's brother. How we got related, who knows? Or I'll put on there Snake Man. It runs in the family.
All right, so check it out. I found an article. All right, it was from Rochester, New York. It was called the Democrat and Chronicle. That's the name of the publication, and this was July 29th, 1938. Okay, it says hiking preacher quizzed in search for wild man. It says with reports fresh in their minds of a modern Tarzan who sprang from tree to tree and ate raw fish. Okay, farmers and their wives along the 16 miles of U.S. Route 20A in Wyoming County followed a hairy, barefoot man yesterday, and they had plenty of telephone calls to the sheriff's office in Warsaw. Okay, it has the sheriff's name. Sheriff Louis Spring here caught up with the man claiming to be a Russian preacher walking the length and breadth of the nation, trying to get people to consecrate themselves to the Lord. Okay, but his story wasn't believed. Okay. Said fishermen, picnickers, and farmers in various sections of the county had reported that during the last they had seen a hairy wild man, a modern Tarzan, and almost gorilla-looking. All right, two small boys fishing, reported the creature grabbed their fish and ate them raw. Okay, but the sheriff thought that. That the creature was purely imaginary.
Yeah, until he saw it.
But but that's all that the article said, But, so again, pay no attention to the eyewitnesses, The official of the day is saying, you're dreaming.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Unfortunately, back then, it's like, you try to report it, and this is 1938, so it's not like, Yeah. I'm sure it may, people may or may not have had, knowledge of a wild man in the woods and stuff, but, with more, modern technology back then, they had telephones, they had cameras, they had movie cameras, you know what I mean? They could have done something back then, but, the sheriff, not the sheriff. Sheriff was like, man, you're dreaming. But how could all those eyewitnesses can't be, mass hallucinating? They something.
Well,
you just let the sheriff.
If you do a little bit of research in history, what was it? Leif Erikson, which was a Viking in Norway, said that when they came to the new country, over to Nova Scotia, they saw one of these creatures. He said he was ugly and smelly looking. And everybody gives the same description. It doesn't matter if it's 800 years ago or 1,200 years ago, they give the same description.
And they also... Now, how many of them have the same description on the areas where they've seen or had the encounters?
I don't know. Probably somewhere named Democrat County. Who knows?
So it was in. I don't know if I'm not saying this right, Giant, but maybe Tulare, Tulare, Tulare Times in California.
Yeah, I know where it's at. It's a place up in California. It's up near the Sierra Mountain Range. It's beautiful up there, and that's a Bigfoot hotspot up there.
Well, Well, it seems like it must have been a hot spot for a long time because this article that I got is from 1873.
Yeah.
Okay. It said the wild man who has been seen so often in the mountains east of here for the last 3 years and who has incorrectly been stated to be a species of gorilla was seen again recently near Snow Valley. Is that far from you, Janet?
That's like 600 miles north of me.
Okay, but you used to live close by there, right?
Yeah. That's near a town called Angels Camp, California.
So it says it. Now, here's the thing. Not only do they have a sighting of this creature in 1873 in Snow Valley, they got a pretty good description. I'm going to read it to you. Okay? They said he was engaged in picking berries and was perfectly naked. He's covered all over with long black hair and long gray whiskers. He is a white man, large and powerful, and at least 6 feet high. His fingernails have grown out several inches in length. Okay? Downing was within 20 feet of him when he raised up from picking berries. He stood perfectly still and looked at Downing for some time. That's the name of the person, Downing. And then turned and started to run. Downing was sitting down picking berries himself when the wild creature raised up out of the low bush near him. He had not seen him before. He is now, and they're talking about Downing now. They're saying he's a gentleman of undoubted veracity. Many of our citizens have at different times caught sight of this monster. So, and it goes on and talking about other people as well.
Yeah.
So
I've seen these things like 9 times as a kid growing up, and it seems like the more you see them, the more used they get to see you, and it's like, I mean, if they know who you are, they're not going to run away. They just, keep doing what they're doing. No biggie. But, I mean, if they don't see you and they've never seen you before, yeah, they'll get up and run or walk off the other way.
Not only for you guys and, for the listeners, I know we've heard of this, reports of it, okay, but I want to give out the details, all right? So anybody wants, they can look it up themselves. This is not Anthony making this up. This is from the Bulletin out of San Francisco, California, on October the 2nd, 1873, right? It's, a little more than a month later, right?
Oh.
And from the Tulare Times, it's titled "That Wild Man" of September 27th. Okay, it says, now listen to this. It says the wild man of which so many accounts have been published has at last been captured. Okay, as Charles Converse informs us, it turns out to be a species of nondescript, very bear-like, although it entirely lacks arms or forelegs and walks upright like a man. Converse, it is a deformed bear. Can you believe that? They caught the buggers, and they think it's a deformed bear in 1873. All right. So let me continue with the article. It says they propose to sell their catch and will telegraph to the gentleman in regard to the, about the creature that they have secured. It says they had to shoot and wound him before catching him. Okay? It said Converse came down from the mountains on horseback and passed the captors of the what is it on the way down with the team.
Right.
Okay? And when they arrive, they shall be able to learn the full particulars in regard to this new wonder of the Sierras. So here it is in 1873. They caught something, and they call it a deformed bear.
Oh, boy. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Listen up. Soap you shower with? It's you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed, hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah, well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. He's so little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar, we've got you. You want to smell like the sea? Boom, nautical sage, we've got you. You want to smell like you just got off a boat in the Caribbean? Boom, bay rum, we've got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are. Now you're wondering, why have I been doing it wrong for so long? During the First World War, big soap started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxane. Chemicals linked to depression, liver damage, cancer, and low sperm count. And worst of all, dry skin. Oh. Your poor balls, all dry, empty, and sad. But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No. Turn your shower game up to 11. With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar, get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive. Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
"This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves."
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you? Well, here's another review from Michael A.
"It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel."
Time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship it right to your door. And with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, if it's not the best bar of soap you've ever used, it's on us. Tens of thousands of men already subscribe. Which means that every month, fresh new bars of Squatch show up at their door. Click the link for Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men. Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper.
And we're back. Okay, mommy's little helper, what'd you do? Fall asleep?
Your mama's little helper. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, you're so funny, you twit.
Hey, listen here.
You listen here.
So,
you listen here, Tiny. I'm going to send a couple midgets your way.
You send a midget, I'm going to raise you and send you a Tasha.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
You're dead now.
I ain't worried about it.
Oh.
It'll be like Tasha trying to hit a telephone pole.
Just remember what is in her reach.
Yeah, I ain't worried. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid of you either.
Did anybody else hear him stutter just now?
I heard him.
I didn't stutter. I got nothing to stutter of.
Hey, don't make me send Julie over there.
Actually, that might sound pretty good.
Hey, now watch it, buddy.
Hey, you suggested it. I didn't. Basically, you walked into that on your own. I had nothing to do with that.
You be nice. I'll send Tasha and Julie down there.
Ooh,
and tell them good luck.
Oh, double team. I might enjoy that part.
Just remember, she hits upward.
I'm glad. I'll just have to wear a metal chastity.
Oh my God. You're funny.
Y'all make me sound like I'm mean.
You are when you want to be. She says she's innocent. She's not mean.
Yeah, okay, maybe she's mean towards you.
So, we need to definitely get serious about when we're going to set up some kind of a get-together where the listeners can come and see us and learn from us and, you know, maybe experience a Bigfoot investigation.
You mean set up something like a outdoor Bigfoot adventure type thing where people can come out and join the group and do some Bigfoot research and stuff like that, kind of like a live deal?
Right. Right.
I don't know. I thought about that. That's what Tom used to do years ago, is set up deals where people would come out, they'd pay so much money to come out and camp for a week or two or whatever, but they'd have to bring their own supplies and everything else.
You know, that's not such a bad idea.
No, it's not. I mean, I did, you know, I kind of thought about that quite a bit, but you know, some women are. They'll go out there in the middle of the dark and they'll freak out and they'll pick up a baseball bat, and next thing it's so dark out there, they'll hit something over the head. They wake up the next morning and here's this guy walking around. He's all bruised up like, what the hell hit you? And he's like, I don't know. Something big just beat me over the head with a baseball bat. And this woman's sitting there like, oops, I ain't saying nothing.
What do you think of this, Anthony?
Well, send anybody Giant's way. I hope Giant survives.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if I get anybody my way.
So, will you do any type of research, Snake Man?
Not with the weather, because we had, a couple of days ago, we had 3 tornadoes touch down here in Paris.
Oh, lucky you.
Uh-huh. And see, I knew that Steve sent them my way because, you know, that's just how nice it is.
Hey, don't blame me for your little twisters.
I seen them.
Chris, you there?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think you fell asleep. I heard some snoring in the background.
It could have been me. I'm joking.
I thought it was Snake. I thought it was Snake Man for a moment.
Yeah, I got up too early this morning.
Yeah.
Did we finish doing our stories of the northwest corner of Connecticut?
Oh wow, you were out for a while. Yeah, I started talking about New York, and I was reading. Last story I read was from California. Did you read? Did you hear the 1873 article that I read that talked about how they caught the creature?
No.
Yeah. So this was from the Tulare Times. Okay, and this was. September 27th, 1873, where they had caught the creature. Okay, they had to wound it first before they caught it, and after they caught it, they you know, their opinion was that this was a deformed bear. Okay, they said it walked upright like a man, but their opinion was that this was a deformed bear. You know, go figure.
Funny looking deformed bear. You know, I wonder, I do this every once in a while, I smoke marijuana to get rid of, alleviate pain and stuff like that. You guys are talking about deformalities and stuff in these Sasquatches. I wonder what a Sasquatch would act like if he was eating some marijuana. Would he be aggressive, or would he be like, "Hey, man, I'm just gonna sit back and relax, man"?
It's kind of funny you say that.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you know darn well, Steve, that you listen to Cheech and Chong when you do that.
Yeah, I like Cheech and Chong. Who doesn't?
Well, I was going to say that it was interesting that you brought that up, Dan, because I can't remember where I read it. I want to, it might have been from that. It's been so long ago, and I don't think I got the book back from my ex. It might have been by Christopher Noel, Impossible Visits, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, but I do remember reading that there was like these Native Americans where they had, grown up in a particular area, and that as they were growing up, they just grew up with a different person in that area that wasn't part of their tribe, but they were at peace. But it wasn't a group of them, it was just one of them. And they said it looked like them, but it never spoke. It was very hairy, it never spoke. And anytime that they were out picking berries, they would go out picking berries. Okay? And there were times when they were going to pick berries, and one of the things that they learned from this creature, that looked like them, was that it taught them like what to eat or what not to eat, because when they were trying to pick some berries that were poisonous, the creature was like jumped up very active, and they were like, no, slapping their hands like, no, don't touch those berries, I mean, like, no, stay away, and it wouldn't stop until they, got away from those particular berries that were poisoned. Later on, as they got older, they realized that those were poison berries, So, but again, it was just, I forgot the name that they had given it, but to them, it was just, I guess if I had to describe it, it was like one of their neighbors that would always show up whenever they were in the woods.
Right. Dead quiet.
So, Steve, what are you going to do? Are you still going to do the idea of the Bigfoot cookbook?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I don't know what to put in it yet. I'll probably put some of your recipes in it. I'll put some of my recipes in it. I'll make something like a Bigfoot survival book, all that stuff.
That was another idea I had came up to, was making a survival video with all of us teaching what to do in the woods.
Yeah, I could do that. Make a survival video about what not to do in the woods. Don't do what Snake Man does in the woods, because if you do, you end up like him. A little crazy.
He's just mad because he took a shower with a snake.
Yeah, okay.
He will never forgive you about what you did to him.
Yeah, well,
I know it.
Whatever. I didn't take a shower with a snake. I saw a snake in the bathtub and I walked out. I said, I am not taking a shower with your mate. Those are my exact words.
His mate.
That's what I said. You can ask him.
That's not my mate. That's not my mate. My mate is Julie.
Well, you had a snake in your pocket. I didn't.
Hey, don't make me sick Tasha on you.
Oh, please don't threaten me with a good time.
Matter of fact, when we all get together and go camping, have her show up tense as soon as he starts snoring.
Well, Tasha's a wrestler. So
what was that about Tasha?
I said Tasha's a wrestler. She could probably take care of herself out in the woods.
Good. Sure, the fine can. Holy cow. There's a lot.
Well, I hope you can.
She can handle her own. If not, she'll throw somebody else in their path.
Yeah, I could just imagine who. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, Steve, just be glad you're not there because she'd throw you in its path.
No, she would. I know better.
Well, we got to plan this. You got to pick a year and a time.
Yeah.
In season that you can put some cash away and be able to do it. I mean, and you're not flying, Steve, so if you're going to drive, you're going to want to drive somewhere, and you're going to have to either drive to Mount Shasta or somewhere near Little Rock.
Actually,
hey,
I was thinking about getting everybody out at Siskiyou County near Mount Shasta because they got a lot of campgrounds and stuff like that out there with a lot of thick wilderness. You guys can check out scenery. Matter of fact, I'll send you guys some pictures of what Mount Shasta looks like.
Yeah, that'd be good. Did they make that soda beverage Shasta after Mount Shasta?
Yes, they did.
How about that?
Wow.
That came out during the 1960s.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, that soda tastes fantastic.
It did. It was a great beverage.
Yeah, they still make it too.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get some.
They have cream soda.
Ooh, I remember that.
Ginger ale.
Hey, wasn't Mount Shasta the area where they had the attacks going on? The guy went up to one of the cabins and there was a family of Squatches in it.
No, actually, that was up in Washington State. These miners were in a cabin. These Bigfoots were throwing boulders down on top of it. That was in Ape Canyon.
I don't think they'll throw anything at us.
No.
I remember something similar to that over there in Mount Shasta.
I don't know. Mount Shasta.
They were some old, dilapidated log cabins, and the guy went up there, and there was a family of Squatches that were taking them over.
I don't know. I know most of all the log cabins that are up there were torn down by the Pacific Gas and Electric Company years and years ago.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. Something to do with the Wilderness Conservation Corps or something like that.
Oh.
What are you eating, Steve?
Cheetos.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, yeah. I could be eating something else, but that's none of your business. Now, anything else you want to sink your mouth into, Tiny?
God. Are we all going to get along if we ever do this research expedition?
We always get along.
Hey, Giant. Out in California, they call the big hairy man the Jabberwock in some places.
Some places he's called the Stick Man. Another place he's called Oma.
How far are you from Kern County?
I'm about 400 miles from Kern County.
Okay, yeah, because there was in something called the Weekly Republican out of Fresno, California, reported some Kern County around August of 1893. Okay, and it says that the Fresno Republican has an account of some strange, uncouth creature that is ranging the wilds of that county. This wonderful animal resembles a human being, beats his breast with his long, powerful arms, and gives utterance to loud, guttural roars that make the air shiver as well as the spectators. So that's another count of the Jabberwock in California.
Yeah, they call it Jackawalk, they call it Yowie. There's all kinds of names for these things. The thing that was beating his chest and raising hell could have been Snake Man for all we know.
It could have. Oh, Snake Man, you dropped off? Oh.
He fell asleep
Looks
again.
Looks like Tasha got him instead of you.
No,
Yeah.
No comment. His phone number is still on the feeder board, but I think either he muted himself or he just, I don't know, who knows. He could have went to the bathroom for all I know.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. We thought maybe you fell asleep. See, there he goes. He's nodded off again.
Ah.
Oh, boy.
Hey, what's
Hopefully
up,
our listeners the same way.
I can hear somebody in the background. It sounds like Natasha.
No, this is Noah. Noah's trying to say hi to you guys.
Who's Noah?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, we're doing good, Noah. How are you?
I'm doing, man. I just got off of work.
Oh,
Busy.
How was that?
Very busy.
Yeah, I can imagine, especially over there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was getting some chat.
You ever had any Bigfoot?
Do what?
The main trial just made him.
So, yeah, I was telling him we may drag him and his friend along with him so that they can go out in the field with us when we do that camp out thing.
Oh, that'd be cool. You mean your cohort?
Yeah, his cohort.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yours.
Probably drag Julie and maybe Tasha along too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they got
we could use you as comic relief, and her and Julie as the audience.
Depending if she has a wrestling match or not.
Oh. Well, if she doesn't have a wrestling match, we could always set one up for her.
Yeah, Giant, you're the first one.
Yeah, he'd be wrestling to try to get his underwear off his forehead.
I don't think so. I don't wear underwear.
Ooh.
That's more info than I needed.
Or don't say something you can't get out of. Welcome to the Howard Stern radio show, everybody, where we talk nothing but nonsense and bullshit. Oh, I'm just joking.
You're pretty close, though, on Howard Stern and what's been happening tonight. Jeez.
Next time on Jerry Springer.
I went on Jerry Springer.
No way. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did tell us. That's another time.
You went on Jerry Springer's show once?
Yeah, well, he came up and talked to me and my girlfriend, and we were on the show, and every time you take off your top, Jerry gives you these beads, and all the girls in the show want these beads that Jerry Springer hands out, and they all take off their tops, show their boobs to the TV show, and my girlfriend couldn't wait to show her boobs to everybody.
I would never show my boobs to nobody.
Yeah, oh, she did. Oh, yeah, she loved it. Every girl did. Almost every girl that day. I did 2 shows. I went to 2 shows, and that's how they do it. When you go to the Jerry Springer show, it's not just one recording. They have 2 in the morning, and then they do 2 in the afternoon.
Oh.
And we did the morning session. But yeah, oh man, it's crazy.
I don't doubt that. I really don't.
What?
Chris, I was going to ask, was the fighting that you saw, did it look real?
Oh, yeah. There was some fighting, yes. They let them go at it, too. It is real. It's unbelievable. I mean, they do go at it. The women, they pull their hair, they kick, they scratch, they do it all. It really is real. And that's the reason I went on it, to watch it, because she loved it. And then I started watching it with her and going, okay, well, the show's in Connecticut. They went from Illinois to Connecticut for the last, 20 years. And, they let them go at it. They encourage it. And they even have, lights that come on the ceiling saying, scream louder, or yell louder and stuff like that, just to, when they're fighting, to get the audience involved. Yep. I even have a Jerry Springer hat. I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to you.
Huh.
Right in front of me. It's up in the closet. Yep. Keeps me warm.
Oh, boy. I bet.
But you know what? I am looking forward to it someday if we all get together. If we can plan this thing and not make it too difficult.
Yeah, it's like I said, I want to head up to Northern California. I want to buy me some land and some property.
Oh, shit. See, now you're getting difficult, Stephen.
No,
if you're going to have to wait for that.
Where I'm going to buy land is up in the wilderness, where I'll send you these pictures at, because once I send these pictures, we can use the house as a base station. You can have cookouts out there, you can have barbecues out there, all that good stuff. And the wilderness is right on the back porch.
Nice.
And where I'm talking about buying property, you get nothing but screams almost every single night.
The creature screaming or couples doing it?
No, creatures are screaming across the lake. You can hear them.
Cool. All right, Giant, when you buying this property, come on, make it happen.
Yeah, I got to put the money back. I got to save it back so I can head up north and get some land and build this off-grid cabin so I can start using solar and batteries and everything else.
I'll be dead.
No, you won't.
You're
You're about the same age I am. You ain't going to be dead. You're too mean and you're too ornery.
Well,
did you ever get hold of Kira?
Yeah, I got a hold of Kira. She said she didn't feel very good.
Yeah, I texted her a few times too. She said she wasn't feeling good. She said she hoped we all had a good time tonight. I was wishing she was better so that she could join us, but man, poor girl's been in pain every day. I don't know what's going on. But
yeah, I guess she was in the hospital or something like that. And I don't know if she had surgery or what it was, but she's been sick. Has anybody noticed that the virus is going around again?
No. a bunch of shit.
Yep.
You know, I know it's a bunch of shit because supposedly Jessica Weaver, supermodel, supposedly caught the stupid virus again, and she keeps saying on her videos that, the virus is screwing around with her pacemaker and everything else. And don't get me wrong, I'm about to say, but if you had a pacemaker, you'd be able to see scars and stitches on your chest. Come on, man, I ain't stupid. Don't get me wrong, I'm about to say, but I think this model's a hypochondriac.
I believe she's an X-model.
Well, X-model, she's supposed to be an adult influencer, and she's not an X-model because I found the videotape of her saying that she was quitting OnlyFans, and she's encouraging all these other models out there to quit OnlyFans as well because it's low and degrading. But then yet, if you go to her link, genie.co/JessieCake33, it takes you right to, believe it or not, OnlyFans account. So she's still doing it, which means she's a total fake. She's a liar.
Liars. Can't stand them liars.
Exactly. I don't give a shit how good looking you are. This is a true story, by the way. In 1979, I met Farrah Fawcett, Lee Major's girlfriend, ex, lover, whatever the hell you want to call her. Typical blonde, okay? And she was signing autographs and everything else, and here comes this guy in a wheelchair. He's disabled, got a handicap. She looks at the guy and says, and then she looks at her producer and says, well, I don't want to sign his, I'm too tired, and I don't want to do all this shit and everything else. And then she looks at me and says, she goes, how you doing, handsome? You want me to give you an autograph? You know what I did? I turned around and I looked at her and I said, man, you ain't worth 2 cents of an autograph. I wouldn't let you sign my ass. I turned around and I walked out right in front of her and her manager both. Her manager comes towards me and says, what'd you do that for? What'd you do that for? I said, man, you need to teach that bitch some respect because she doesn't know her ass from a hole in the ground. And I walked off.
Huh.
And I still remember that to this day.
Hey, wait, you can remember something? Wow.
Yeah, I can remember the time I made some of that garlic stuff. I popped the cap and you fell over.
Oh, by the way, I need more of that hot pepper.
You want some more of it?
Yes, please.
Who are you trying to burn this time?
Micah never got any of it. I got it.
So if Micah never got any of it, you're going to get it. I bet the next batch I make, you're still going to get it. Mike is not.
Oh, no. He'll be coming down. He'll be coming back.
Well, I got some in the refrigerator. It's already made. It's the regular habanero dip. But I'd have to make you a fresh batch, though.
Hold on a second. I just wanted to ask Chris a question about the time that he went camping recently, because I know that bears tore into his tent and it didn't leave him much, you know. But and I'm asking because I just can't remember, but did you, in the beginning, you know, before all that was tore up, were able to leave out any type of food that was taken by them? Or if you did leave it out, did they take it or not take it, you know?
Oh, yeah, you know, I'm glad you said that. On my last day in the morning, I took everything that was left over. I had some carrots, I had some celery, I had some apples left because I had some stuff down in my SUV at the base of the mountain that I brought back up, and I got to send you a picture. I'm going to send you a picture of what I left. Let me see if I can get that to you right now, Anthony, on that. And if I can do this. Come on.
Well, Joe, while you're looking for that, I'll admit one thing. Yes, Miss Weaver, I love you. What can I say? The truth finally comes out.
Oh, Steve, and by the way, guys, when I get home, I will be restarting back up the Snake Man Adventures as well.
All right, cool. Now you need to do is get another computer so you can broadcast it and you won't have that problem.
Are you going to uninvite me?
Actually, Snake Man's going to do it while Bigfoot Radio takes a break for like 4 or 5 months because of the heat here is ridiculous. It doesn't work. I almost had a hell of a time trying to get the computer started up down here. They work good in the winter, but they don't do very good in this heat.
You sure it's not operator error?
No, I'll take a picture of it for you later on and show you exactly where my computer is from the window.
Okay, I just sent you a mass text.
You can hear the buzzing, that means I'm getting it.
You just got to make it bigger.
I had a real good question for you guys. Has there been any reports on any skinwalkers or anything of that nature from the Appalachian Trail?
If they look anything like you, no, not yet.
I will tell you that the Appalachian Trail is interesting because, not only does it have that, but there's also other weird things going on. And I know that some folks, when they, say that there's a UFO Bigfoot connection, there seems to be that type of connection that takes place along the Appalachian Trail, especially in Virginia.
Right.
So other things that take place over there, there's like, there's like missing people there too, So, it's another headache. But it's another thing that takes place, like up in that area. It doesn't happen a lot, but there is a bunch along the stretch of the Appalachian Trail. So, and I'm only speaking for Virginia. I don't know about the rest of the states that the trail goes through.
Hey, you know what? You're funny. You're saying the Appalachian Trail goes right through the northwest corner of Connecticut by Norfolk.
How about that?
Yeah, it goes into Massachusetts through, New Hampshire into Vermont, the whole bit. Yeah.
So what are some of the reports about the Appalachian Trails? I mean, everybody's really vague on it.
There is an incident that happened in Connecticut with 2 state troopers that went on the Appalachian Trail in a town through Kent. And it goes up through Cornwall, up on the western side, and on the way up there to build their blind, wherever they were going to set up in the fall to hunt, they had some rocks thrown at them. And they were large rocks. And they had their rifles and everything, that they brought, some serious stuff, even, handguns. And they were yelling and saying, whoever this is throwing the rocks at us, we are, police officers or officers of the law. We're up here, and you better stop what you're doing. And the rocks kept on coming, but they couldn't find out exactly where it was. In different areas on the trail, the rocks were coming at them, and so there was more than one. So it settled down, and then they built their tent because they were going to stay there for a long, 2 or 3 days, a long weekend. So they built their tent in their campsite, and they to just patrol the rest of the Appalachian Trail and go to either side and see where would be a good place to build a blind and get ready for hunting. And when they came back, they found their tent like 40 feet up into the trees. And everything was just, their coolers and everything was just destroyed. And they were looking around and they were like really pissed off. And then the rocks started coming again. So they started firing their rifles, supposedly firing the guns, maybe not to hit somebody, but they were firing in the direction of where the rocks were coming.
Yeah.
And they knew that, how did their tent and everything get so far up into the tree? They were wondering, who could have climbed that fast or whatever? Why would they hang it up in the tree? And so while they were down there, it started getting towards nighttime. And they had to make a decision that, we got to get out of here. And they never did see the creatures, but they heard sounds, but the size of the rocks that were coming at them were so large that they left. But evidently the thing was that them carrying those weapons and going hunting, and they knew they were going to go hunting for deer or whatever they were out there for, didn't sit well with the Bigfoots. And that was their story.
Yeah.
That was on the Appalachian Trail. I think it was in Kent, which is about 40 minutes from me.
Yeah.
I mean, when I did the Appalachian Trail in Virginia, I went on it just to meet people that was doing the trail, whatever part, if they came from Georgia all the way to Maine, or Maine down all the way to Georgia. And like the 4 or 5 of them that I met, I just wanted to ask them if they experienced anything unusual. I was putting it on my YouTube channel, and they, all of them said, no, not really, and they're trying to think of it. So these people that were doing the trail really didn't have any encounters, but what I told them I was hoping that they would reply about was with Bigfoot. And it became unsettling that I asked them that, because they're going, man, we still got to go, up north another 500 miles or down south another 800 miles on that. But they never thought that, walking the Appalachian Trail, that they might encounter something like Bigfoot, till I brought it to their attention. And I remember it didn't sit well with them, because they still had to go on it. They weren't happy that they had to think about Bigfoot on there.
Well, it's that time of hour again.
Is that the Snake Man hour?
Do what? Snake Man hour? I don't know about that one yet.
Is he still here?
Oh, he's still here.
I'm still here.
Good. Well,
I was just letting him do his final wrap-up.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gentle Giant, and this is the Bigfoot Radio for this week. And we would like you all to tune in next week for some more Bigfoot Radio. And all of us on the Bigfoot Radio Network, we would also like to thank our guests for joining in on the discussion tonight on this talk show. And we would also like to thank you, our listeners, for sharing our adventures with us. Join us again next Friday evening for another exciting hour of Bigfoot Radio with the Bigfoot research teams from across the country. And we would also especially like to thank our listeners. Until then, this is the Gentle Giant saying good night, be good, be safe, and we will see you here again next week. Until then, keep Bigfoot alive and keep Bigfooting. See you all again next week. Bye-bye, and have a nice night.
Just like a man, while keeping out what he is may be unknown. But there's one thing I know, he's the keeper of the mountain. And all he wants is just left alone.
This session is no longer being recorded.
Good night, Grandpa.